If you've downloaded a beat or loop and you don't know the BPM, you're gonna have a lot of trouble trying to make music with it and trying to use effects like reverb, delays, which rely on knowing the BPM in order to get it to sound right. If you downloaded a song to sample, you need to know the BPM so you can sample sections correctly and create a sample that doesn't sound trash and drifts out of time as the song goes on. This is the video that's gonna solve all those problems for you. Congratulations for finding it. But before we seal a nine-tailed fox demon in our baby son's stomach, I've got a question for you. That question is, what's your favorite BPM range to make beats in? Leave a comment down below and I'll be revealing my favorite BPM range later on in the video. Stay tuned. And let's get into it. For this video, I'm gonna use one of my loops from the kit that I'm creating. So here's my pop trap loop kit, and I'm just gonna fling something in here because I don't have any songs on my system because I stream. Now let's play this back real quick. Okay, first thing you want to do is click the top left of the audio file you're using and go to detect tempo. If your file has tempo information embedded like all my loops do, then it will be here. And at this point, you just click on the embedded BPM and everything will be perfect. You don't have to do anything else. You've quickly found the correct BPM of the audio file that you're using. Happy days, continue along with your day. If that's not the case, here's what you need to do next. Click the range that you think the tempo of the beat is in. For example, generally with trap beats and loops, these will be from 100 to 200. So we're gonna click 100 to 200. And at this point, FL Studio will try its hardest to figure out what the BPM is. And as you can see, it's found that it's 150 BPM and it's got it completely right. Usually in my experience, it gives me something close, but with decimal points, and you'll need to actually round up or round down in order to get the correct BPM. You can create your own beats using my easy 9-step trap beat making formula. All you need to do is go to jcartere.com/free trap course or click on the link in the description. This free course will take you from creating your melodies all the way to mastering your beat, and it's completely free, so you've got nothing to lose except for the opportunity to join this course because it won't be available forever and it won't be free forever. So click on that link in the description, join up, and I'll see you inside. Let's get back to the video. So once you have found the tempo that FL Studio has given you, select yes again, and then you want to create a 4-bar loop like this so that you can listen back and make sure that it loops correctly and sounds right. So let's play this back. This sounds perfect. Another thing you could do is add your metronome to make sure that it's sounding right as well, if maybe your ear isn't trained enough to hear if it sounds right yet. That sounds perfect again. If it doesn't loop correctly, go to the next step. Step number 4 is to create a 4-bar loop from your song or beat or audio file or whatever that does loop correctly. So let's undo this so that everything's not correct. And then at this point, we'll create a 4-bar loop. So let's actually listen back and see where we want this to loop, okay? So we'll generally want it to loop like right here, but let me play it back so you can kind of hear. So that's where we want it to loop. In order to do this, let's zoom in. Let's get the cut tool, and we'll also use the Alt button so that we can move things freely. But let's zoom in actually more than this so that we can make sure we're getting it right, because we want to hit right on the transient. So let's go in super deep like this. Let's first cut this off because we're not going to need that. And let's get over here and let's just cut that and see if we can loop this. We'll just turn off snap completely so that we can get this where we want it to be. It's right click to create loops on the top of your playlist if you don't know. And let's play this back. And that's pretty much perfect. So at this point, we want to change the BPM of our project tempo until this fits perfectly. So we already know that it's 150, but let's see how things change. You see that? That's where we want it to be. As you can see, it's a little bit off, but near enough that it's okay. But if we bring it to like 155, you can see obviously it's not hitting where it needs to hit. At this point, you want to actually go back to your snap and snap it to the 4-bar loop. And you can hear that that's wrong. So you keep on playing with this until it hits within that 4-bar loop, and you can see that the transients are hitting in the right place. Now, because this particular loop has the chord hitting once every bar, it's very, very easy to see. If that was not the case, you'd have to just listen back. So let's play this back. And as you see, it's perfectly fine. But we didn't cut this perfectly, but still it works out because we can hear that it's a perfect loop. Now it's time to answer the question that I asked you earlier, because I'm a man of my word. And that question was, what's your favorite tempo range to make beats in? Now, hopefully you've left your answer in the comment section down below, because that's very, very interesting and we can all learn from that. My favorite tempo range is from 140 BPM to 160 BPM for trap beats, generally melodic trap beats, and then 115 BPM to about 135 BPM for guitar trap beats in that style of Wheezy, you know, the type of beats that he makes for Gunna, Young Thug, and Lil Keed. And let's quickly recap before we wrap up. To find the tempo of your loop, your beat, your song, click on the top left of your audio file, go to detect tempo. Use the embedded tempo data if it's there. Sometimes it's wrong, by the way, so keep that in mind. But use it if it's there and see if it's right. If it's wrong, click the range you think this tempo actually is in. Use your common sense and your knowledge from making beats in that genre or listening to songs in that genre. Create a 4-bar loop to check if your BPM is correct and it's looping correctly. Use the metronome if you need to. If that doesn't work, create a 4-bar loop that loops correctly from your song, your beat, your loop, and change the project tempo until that loops correctly, like we just did. Also, another way you can detect tempo is by double clicking your audio file, coming over here, pressing right click and going to detect tempo. It does the exact same thing. If you have any questions or any videos you want me to make, please let me know in the comment section down below. Check out that video next, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.